A new federal policy changes the arithmetic of American retirement, depositing up to $1,000 a year into the private accounts of millions of lower-income workers. Unlike the temporary stimulus checks sent out during economic emergencies, this policy is designed to be a permanent, structural addition to how the working class builds wealth. Right now, 40% of full-time and 80% of part-time workers lack access to a 401k. Previously, the government used the Savers Credit, which only offered a non-refundable tax reduction, lowering a tax bill rather than depositing cash into an account. The problem is that if your income is already low enough to owe zero federal income taxes, the credit is mathematically useless. It provides no help in accumulating actual, compounding assets. Because the traditional employer-dependent model left half the population with no compounding assets for their old age, the U.S. is facing a demographic crisis that may require a radical intervention outside of the workplace. That intervention took shape on April 30th, when Donald Trump signed an executive order establishing TrumpIRA gov, a portal designed to give the general public access to the same low-cost retirement accounts used by federal employees. While the portal carries the current administration's branding, the funding mechanism actually comes from the previous administration. It relies on the Savers Match, a legislative initiative passed by Joe Biden in 2022. The executive order acts as the public activation point, creating the digital infrastructure required to distribute the bipartisan funding that was already on the books. The official rollout for this integrated system is set for January 1, 2027. To qualify, single tax filers must earn under $35,500, and joint filers cap at $71,000. Below those limits, the government applies a 50% match. If you contribute $2,000, the Treasury adds the maximum $1,000 directly into your portfolio. The current administration has also stated they intend to lobby Congress to expand these income thresholds, potentially opening the match to middle-class earners as well. By combining 2022 funding with a 2026 rollout, the government has created a direct pipeline to subsidize citizen wealth, changing the federal role in personal finance. This represents an ideological shift away from relying strictly on private employers for retirement stability, moving instead toward a government-subsidized safety net. This federal model follows a precedent already set by 20 different state governments that have implemented their own auto IRA programs. These state systems rely on the behavioral economics of automatic enrollment. Rather than requiring workers to manually sign up, companies opt their employees in by default, though they maintain the choice to opt out. If the federal government adopts auto-enrollment for the Trump IRA, economists project an estimated 32 million additional workers will enter the system. While bringing millions of new participants into the market expands access, it introduces a significant macroeconomic hurdle, the price tag. According to the Cato Institute, funding the Savers Match drains federal revenues by $9.3 billion. Add 32 million auto-enrolled workers, and the expense balloons past $20 million. This stacks on a system already facing a $28 trillion national debt shortfall. The Trump IRA provides a direct mechanism for the working class to begin building long-term compounding wealth, but its implementation forces a national choice, whether subsidizing these private accounts is worth the accelerated growth of the national debt.